world is such a, and when I say this world, I mean it. I don't mean in the ideal sense. I mean in every day, every little thing you do. It's such a, gimme, gimme, gimme. Everybody back off. You know, everybody's like, you taught that from school, everywhere. Big business. You want to be successful? You want to be like Trump? Gimme, gimme, gimme. Push, 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 push. Step, step, step. Crush, crush.
Today's beauty standards say that women are expected to wear makeup in their daily lives, work at the gym, stay skinny with curves in the right places and be young. However, men and women have found themselves battling identity issues due to unrealistic beauty standards set by what they see on social media. Many have developed serious mental health issues, identity issues and even body dysmorphia, trying to emulate the beauty standards that are simply unattainable. Social media can then hurt your body image by constantly exposing yourself to the ideal body type. This leads to a constant comparison of yourself to unrealistic standards. Research has demonstrated that the more time we spend on social media absorbing unrealistic body expectations, the more likely we are to suffer from negative body image and eating disorders. The image we see on social media are designed to give us an unrealistic expectation of what is beautiful. The meaning of glamorization is to look upon or depict as glamorous. Women are expected to be hairless all over their body, have to be slim with no tummy but big bum, smell like daisies and roses all the time, not have regular body fluids and gases, and be an all-around perfect Barbie. But it's hard to live up to something that is so unobtainable, especially starting at an age as low as 3. Some consequences of the thin ideal include lowered self-esteem, increased depression, excessive dieting, and eating disorders. The current standards of beauty are dangerously unattainable, especially in terms of thinness, because the gap between realistic expectations and the ideal continues to grow larger. I decided to interview a few influencers from social media to understand their opinion on society's beauty standards. Just Gyms is a UK YouTuber who casually uploads weekly vlogs, clothing hauls and also hair tutorials. She spoke about her views on beauty standards for women of colour, in particular speaking about how influencers are regularly treated for past problems they faced.
Well, I've always been interested in media and like working in media and entertainment. I've always had a passion of trying to entertain people, make people laugh and like just create content. Like I've always been interested in creating content, like unleashing my creative side, and that was the best platform for me to do it. I would change how not inclusive it is. I feel like it's easy to get followers, but it's only easy if you are not black. I feel like we have to work 10 times harder, and it's a bigger struggle to get noticed, or even for brands to notice that we are working hard and people are taking inspiration from our culture, what we look like, and just giving it to other peers. And not to say that I don't love those peers, but it's just unfair and we don't get the credit that we deserve.
You look like this is a sneak peek. You're welcome. Anyway, and here she is, the princess herself.
How's that clothes?
I feel like, yeah, I want it like a bit more like out, like it's like a swing in motion. Yeah, like the bag swings. Yeah.
Ray Babe is a UK teen YouTuber who posts videos such as clothing hauls, vlogs and also music. But as a teenager we gain pressure from society to have a certain image. Being an influencer and or YouTuber while trying to obtain a certain image becomes stressful. This is because a young audience are becoming influenced from your every move but have to understand what society's beauty standards are.
No, and yeah, kind of like, because it's okay. Do you know what I think? I don't know if it's just me that does this or if other girls do this as well. See, I post like a TikTok, I'll post a video or something, I'm thinking, yeah, I look good, hair's laid, everything looks, I'm looking good, do you know what I mean? Then I will see someone else that posts something and I'm like, right, oh, I feel like shit now because they're way prettier than me. Can I even swear? Sorry. I feel bad, I feel like bad about myself now because they're way prettier, they're way more everything than me, and I'm just like, oh. So yeah, sometimes I can't lie, I'm like, okay, cool. If they look like that and they look better than me, then maybe I need to change this about myself. Maybe I need to do this about myself. But right now, I don't really do that as much. To be honest, I'm just waiting for my birthday to pop out. My birthday is October 26th, so wish me a happy birthday, bro. But that's what I'm waiting for, because right now, I'm not really rolling. And I'm sick as well. But yeah, I think I've just become like so over it, because you just have to deep it. You people don't know who I am. Like, you actually don't know me. Obviously, everyone's gonna have their opinion just judging by what you see. Cool, do your thing. But that's all you can do. You don't know me as a person.
Hate. I can't lie. I would say I want to be that person that says I don't snap back and I don't do anything, but I snap back. I'm sorry, you can't talk to me rude and think like I'm just gonna get away with it. Criticism, I take on board. Listen, I have people like email me and they say, oh, it would be nice if you edit your videos like this, or if you put this in your videos. And I'm like, okay, cool, I'm so down to do that. But hate, I kind of feel like if you're gonna come for me, I'm gonna come for you too. But sometimes I have to let it go. There's not much I can do. I just have to let it go, and I have to just know that it's a robot behind. It's like a robot behind the phone, behind the camera, and there's not much I can do.
I don't even pay no mind to it anymore, I'll be so real. Or sometimes, one thing I do like to do, I like to snap back at people, because I'm like, this is still real life, do you get it? Like, I'm still a real person. If you want to, yeah, we can talk, do you get it? But, no, I don't really respond to hate no more and stuff like that. And I don't know how to explain how I deal with it. I just don't react, because it's like, okay, you don't know me, so there's nothing really more I can say.
As I continued to interview more people, I started to realise they would somewhat say similar things. I wanted to then portray this as more influencers had got involved. This clearly showed that these influencers typically go through the same issues. For example, sometimes they would snap back to haters since they're also a person with feelings. At most times, social media can be toxic, so people handle problems differently.
Alright, so I seen your video last night, but I'm still gonna ask you, which do you prefer, dark skins or light skins?
Quick question, you know that's very easy for me. No disrespect to my dark skins, I got love for you. You're all beautiful in your own way, but light skins are winning.
Light skins.
Have you ever felt like colorism benefits dark-skinned black boys when it comes to dating? As most girls equate dark skin with masculinity. Oh. I just think they're just saying like, do you think colorism benefits dark-skinned boys when it comes to dating? Because like some dark-skinned boys don't like dark-skinned girls, but most dark-skinned girls like dark-skinned boys.
Yeah, for me, I'm gonna be so real with you lot. Like growing up, no. Like growing up, I used to get cussed for being black.
By the girls or?
Yeah, by everyone. Like, oh, you're so black. Yeah. Trying to make me feel bad for looking dark.
You're not ashamed of yourself? Are you not embarrassed? This is really embarrassing.
Not within themselves, but I'm talking about society. Obviously is a different story, innit? I'm talking about within themselves. So.
If you see some females makeup, it makes them lighter. Yeah. If you deep that.
Birthday makeup.
Yeah. No, like if you deep that, like it makes them lighter. Yeah. But I don't think it's their fault, because obviously growing up,
that's what they were told.
Exactly,
was the right way to go about things. And I think it's the same. I think it's slightly similar for black guys, but it's the fact that we tend not to focus too much on beauty in that sense. But we were made to start beefing the lighties.
Yeah, but
Colorism is prejudice or discrimination against individuals with a dark skin tone, typically among people of the same ethnic or racial group. Nowadays, we see public interview videos that portray comparisons, such as boys asking strangers which skin tone they prefer or what country they prefer. The impact on colorism on beauty standards plays a huge role. This affects young girls' mental health and them becoming insecure as they idolize women who don't necessarily look like them. It becomes harder for teenagers as we're judged on what a beautiful girl looks like. Growing up in a predominantly white country, dark-skinned girls often feel insecure about themselves. This often starts from secondary school with nicknames and comparisons. This then moves on to self-hate. I've realised that insecure people therefore show self-hate towards their own skin colour. This is also including influencers too.
I made some horrific tweets about black girls shouldn't wear bright lipstick. It's okay for white girls to wear weaves, but when black girls wear weaves, they're overdoing it. I made tweets saying stuff like Somalian people are rowdy and they spit and stuff like that, which, like, I cannot explain how sorry I am for those tweets. Borderline, those tweets were terrible. I'm not gonna lie to you, they were terrible. But I'm not gonna come on here and be like, oh my god, guys, I was 12, I was 13, I was immature, I was the product of my environment. But by the age of 10, I knew what was right from wrong.
As a black girl, I know others can relate as they didn't feel comfortable in their own skin colour growing up. We've been taught from a young age that light-skinned girls can be portrayed as the beautiful one, whereas dark-skinned girls can be portrayed as ugly or bleak. Most influencers have felt this exact same way too.
100%. 100%. And I think that's an easy question to answer, because black people in general, whether it's any single job, go through hardships in comparison to our white counterparts. It's sad to say, but racism is still very much alive today. Colorism is very much alive today. So they are going to have more benefits. And it's not to say I don't want to be biased and be like, oh my gosh, every time they're always out to get us, because this is a Western world and it's going to be easier to blow when you are Western. You have the Western features. This is a Western world. So that's where our disadvantage is at. But they need to be able to also open up and be open-minded to the different features that we have and take it in and take it on board and give us a chance to be acknowledged as beautiful as well. We don't have to have those features to be considered beautiful. So I would say there is a big difference. It's very well known that white counterparts make 10 times more than black counterparts. A white influencer can make $1 million off a post that a black influencer will make 100K off a post. That's very telling.
Gabs and Gina are an American YouTube duo who posts videos such as girl talks, hair tutorials and teen advice. I was able to interview Gina about her view on society's beauty standards.
So I feel like this was a prominent thing when I was younger. It was just, I guess, being darker skinned. Being darker skinned when I was younger was a huge insecurity of mine. I just didn't like that my skin color was a topic. It's I can't change it. And I feel like it made me insecure until I really did my research and I really kind of grew out of it. I stopped being insecure when I realized yo, it's not me. There's really nothing wrong with my skin color. There's just a problem with the way my skin color is perceived in society.
Social media normalizes cosmetic surgery in a dangerous way. The young audience on social media are faced to see celebrities with the perfect image. This then pushes people to believe that their own natural body isn't beautiful. Cosmetic surgery such as BBLs and nose jobs has become so normalized in society that people don't realize the negative outcome that has on your life. Young boys and girls then pick out their insecurities to immediately fix them to fit into society's beauty standards. Cosmetic plastic surgery includes surgical and non-surgical procedures that enhance and reshape structures of the body to improve appearance and confidence. Some examples of this would be breast enhancement, facial contouring, facial rejuvenation such as facelift, eyelid lift and neck lift, body contouring such as tummy tuck and liposuction. Another known example will be a BBL, Brazilian butt lift. The aim is to remove unwanted fat from an area of the body such as the tummy or thighs and use it to smooth or increase the size of another area such as the breasts or bottom. Although this surgical procedure can also have huge risks. When the procedure is performed incorrectly, injected fat can enter the large veins in the butt and then travel to the heart, lungs or brain.
To anybody that I have influenced to go get surgery, I want to literally say I'm absolutely so sorry. I didn't know that this company was so bad and so toxic.
As I continued with my research, I found that a July 2017 report by Aesthetic Surgery Education noted that 1 to 2 out of 6,000 BBLs resulted in death. However, a lot of people who have handled cosmetic surgery can often say their self-confidence has improved massively. Although in some cases people may take cosmetic surgery too far, which may result in being botched or death. In my opinion, I don't judge anyone who has gone through the procedure of cosmetic surgery. It may give you greater self-confidence and add to your sense of well-being, but it may not change your life though. To add on to my research, I wanted to understand more about the toxic side of social media. Influencers tend to feel pressured about having the fear of being cancelled or experiencing disadvantaged situations.
I would say the main issue with influencing now, for me personally, I feel like influencing is what you make it, so I don't have too many issues. I would just say that people are looking up to you to be a certain person, and okay, I could be that person if it aligns with who I am, but if it doesn't align with who I am, you can't project that onto me and want me to be that person. And then people get mad at you when you're not the person they want you to be, but it's like, yo, I could only be myself, you know what I'm saying? So I think that's a really big issue I have with social media, is the whole be yourself, but don't be too much of yourself that I don't like you. And it's like, people always got something to say.
Almost, influencers seem almost like a job and or chore, since they have to obtain a perfect image whilst having to be a role model for younger viewers. Social media is toxic, and that's basic knowledge. However, in some cases, social media can be positive too. This can be examples of the fact that you can use social media to communicate and stay up to date with family and friends, to also understand the news and have direct connection to create organic content and build your brand.
I think just how toxic it is. I feel like it's so easy to want to make sure that your life looks perfect all the time. You're living up to please people, you're living to prove something, and life shouldn't be about proving things to others. It should be about enjoying your life and freedom. And I feel like social media is so toxic, and influencing is so toxic to the point where if you do one bad thing, you're cancelled. And it's like, we don't have a chance to be humans anymore. Whereas everyone else can make their mistakes in private and still be considered a good person. An influencer makes one mistake and they're written off. So we just don't have the same chances, and it creates this toxic environment.
Through this whole understanding of beauty standards, I'm sure everyone can now understand that social media has a stronger link towards heavy negativity, such as increased risk for depression, anxiety, loneliness, self-harm, and even suicidal thoughts. Social media may promote negative experiences. From what I know, I understand that influencers undertake so much pressure. They also have situations that are not usually discussed. Regardless of being cancelled or being the main topic of a conversation, people still ignore the societal beauty standards that our well-beings go through, as well as the people you see on Instagram. Everyone goes through the same issues nowadays, but everyone chooses to shy away from talking about it. Thank you for listening.
This world is such a, and when I say this world, I mean it. I don't mean in an ideal sense. I mean in every day, every little thing you do. It's such a gimme, gimme, gimme. Everybody back off. You know, everybody's like, you taught that from school, everywhere. Big business. You want to be successful? You want to be like Trump? Gimme, gimme, gimme. Push, 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 push. Step, step, step. Crush, crush.